More gunfire today in Chicago. A 15-year-old girl was shot in a car in Englewood. The teenager was a passenger in that car. It was on South Halsted when it happened. She was hit by a bullet in the upper leg. It happened around 12:30 this afternoon. That girl was rushed to the hospital in critical condition.
There was a significant commitment. It wasn't just a bland, great thing that you didn't. It was very substantive.
The violence, that was the focus of meetings at the White House today. Police Superintendent David Brown emerged from those meetings optimistic about getting new federal help.
Brown and Mayor Lightfoot say they're counting on help to reduce the shootings that have made this year the deadliest year in a decade. Political editor Mike Flannery joins us live with more on this. Mike.
Sally, Superintendent Brown said that Attorney General Merrick Garland met with him before President Biden came into the meeting, vowing to help Chicago police and prosecutors, quote, hyper-focus on criminals creating the most havoc here, a commitment that was then followed up by President Biden.
And not just to discuss the problem, but define solutions that we all could bring to the table that we could do almost immediately. And one of the things was a strike force, but additional resources from DOJ, from the Attorney General's office was discussed. A real commitment to follow up after today's meeting with significant things we all can do now.
While Brown took questions outside the White House, Mayor Lightfoot was talking to reporters here in Chicago at several points. The mayor appeared to be responding to comments Chief Judge Timothy Evans made in a lengthy interview aired this past weekend on Flannery Fired Up. Evans strongly rejected as inaccurate finger-pointing criticism of judges from Lightfoot and Brown. It's been a persistent theme from them for months now. Chief Judge Evans suggested it was political grandstanding.
People who have not committed violent crimes, low-level offenses, they should be given an opportunity to get bail if they're not a danger to the community and they're not a flight risk. I don't think anybody of goodwill disagrees with that. But it's a fair conversation to talk about the kinds of people that have been let out on pretrial release, particularly electronic monitoring over the course of the last year. There are some very dangerous, troubling people that are out.
Specifically, there are about 94 people facing murder charges who have been released on electronic monitoring. That's been a repeated theme from the mayor and Superintendent Brown. Chief Judge Evans, though, says most of those people are people who either dispute the murder charge, claiming self-defense. They have witnesses who say that they were in the right. They should not be charged with murder. There are about 1,400 people accused of murder who are, in fact, in the county jail right now awaiting trial. I'm political editor Mike Flannery.
Thank you, Mike.